Indie Over 50 has reached 1,000 subscribers. Woohoo! So first of all, if you're one of those subscribers, thank you very much. And if you're here to find out about how to grow a channel into 1,000, which looked quite daunting for me, certainly, then welcome on board. What I've got in store for you today is 3 lessons and one big surprise that I've taken away from this journey so far. And also talking about some of the highlights, some of the really exciting things I've learned and can share with you. G'day and welcome to Indie Over 50. My name is John Huggart and this channel is dedicated to those of us over the age of 50 releasing new original music on YouTube and Spotify. So the first lesson, it's kind of like a Nike slogan, is just do it. Well, what got me into this? I was watching some videos, as you do, and of course the algorithm served up Kevin Colby. And what I saw from Kevin was a video titled Why You Should Start a YouTube Channel When You're Over the Age of 40. Kind of like piqued my interest. And one of the key lessons I took away from those videos is just do it. Just to start, it doesn't have to wait to be perfect for you to get going. In my first few videos, I probably made a few errors. I certainly overproduced them, but I got some great feedback. The very first video, I got 10 comments from people I didn't know, providing support, providing encouragement, feedback, and suggestions about the future with the channel. So there you go. The first lesson, just do it. The second lesson, keep it simple. Seriously, what I've done to set up this channel is not a lot. I've used my iPhone to film this. It's an iPhone 15, so it's a pretty good iPhone 15 Pro. After a few months, I did invest and buy a light up there somewhere because that kind of like does help the quality of the video a bit. But before then, they're all out there and they seem to work. I just use my normal Mac. You probably don't need to buy any software, but I did purchase a couple of subscriptions to help me prepare a few things like the thumbnails with Canva. I used CapCut to edit all the videos at first, but then I moved to Riverside where I'm using now. And the cool thing about Riverside, I use them to run the interviews as well. But there's lots of platforms out there that even when you have the paid version, which gives you some extra tools or capabilities, they're not that expensive. The bottom line is I've spent hardly any money on launching this YouTube channel. And of course, I'm just filming from my home office and studio. Indie Over 50 is also simple in terms of focus. I don't teach people how to play guitar or how to record a song or choose which audio interface you're going to use because there are so many amazing and powerful videos out there that can help you do that. My simple offer when I launched the channel was to invite people in a similar circumstance who are putting out music to submit their music through their YouTube or Spotify links so that I could build a playlist and share that across our community. And the other thing in terms of simplicity, I know I'm a small niche. I know many over 50-year-old musos and artists would probably be following people like Rick Beato or Professor of Rock because that's a much broader appeal. You don't need to be a muso to love hearing the stories behind some of the hits. So from a simplicity point of view, my niche is very, very small and very, very specific, but that makes it simple. So my third lesson is to listen and learn. Even on my first video, I had 10 comments, and those comments were all instructive in helping me understand, apart from the encouragement, they were also helpful in understanding that I was on the right track or provide advice and support about where I should head with the channel. The other thing about listening and learning is through this channel, I've just discovered so many amazing artists. And as a person who's still writing songs and releasing songs, it's quite powerful and insightful because all of a sudden I go from being the person who wants to create the new song, I'm listening to this amazing talent out there and it's informing my song choices. It's educating me about what the opportunities are there in terms of approaching from a production style. So as an artist, I'm learning from listening to this community. A few months ago, I started an interview series because there's been so many amazing artists that I'm engaging with through Indie Over 50, and I wanted to share their stories as well. So if you check out my playlist, you'll see interviews with Indie Over 50. The channel has actually led to real collaborations, real relationships, and real friendships that I see enduring. From a technical point of view, there has been a lot of learning. Now, I'm okay, competent in a basic home studio and got familiarity with graphics and videos, but the bigger area of learning for me has been about this whole issue about thumbnails and titles. That's been a rabbit warren of learning for me. I've also had to improve or learn how to tell a story, because with a YouTube video, you've got to find the hook and maintain people's attention. And at some point, you've got to remember to ask your viewers to subscribe or like or watch the next video, whatever else we're supposed to do while we're doing a YouTube video. I have enjoyed learning this. I think I'm improving, but it's also coupled with lots of disappointments as well. You think you do all the right things on the next video, and then it's a disappointing result. So there you go. There's the 3 lessons. First of all, just do it. Secondly, keep it simple. And thirdly, listen and learn. But here's the big surprise. And this is kind of very counterintuitive given the focus of a lot of my videos on this channel, which is about if you're going to create a great song, you also need to promote it. But here it is on YouTube. I have done nothing to promote this channel. Literally nothing. After 5 years of promoting now 7 song releases on Spotify, I have 130 followers. I do have a lot of streams, but I kind of pay for them effectively through the playlist promotions. We can talk about that in the other videos. Go and check them out. But with Indie Over 50, I haven't done any promotion. And yet people have found me, found the videos. People have subscribed, people have followed it, and more importantly, people have commented. People have engaged with the channel. As I said, I provide those opportunities for people to link and share their songs, which are now in Spotify and YouTube playlists. There's also my email addresses available, and people contacted me directly. So as of today, it's actually 1,156 subscribers. So it is growing, because I think I went to 1,000 only a few weeks ago. I've had one big video that was over 9,000 views. That's called New Over 50 Artists Do This or You Won't Be Heard. And it does really talk about that focus on the necessity to do promotion. The other big video I've done was Your Voice Could Be Killing Your Song. And that was really hard to film because, most of us are caught up in the ego and love our own voice, which is fair. But it may not be the right voice to serve the song. The other big one I did recently was I spent $1,400 on Meta advertising. Across all those videos, I've had hundreds of comments, hundreds of emails, and you can go to the playlist where I know that many of our Indie Over 50 artists are getting plays and listens to their videos and Spotify releases. And the most contentious interview I released was with a chap who has launched a label featuring AI artists. Boy, was that contentious, and deservedly so. But what I say about AI is if you are going to use it, please tell us. So often I see songs and you just know that or I hear songs and you just know that the singer is AI or the production is probably AI. I don't know whether they're your words and your music, or sometimes it's just your words. My preference is if you're going to use AI, just tell us in the YouTube clip or in the Spotify metadata. And by the way, the person who's put out the label, he does include that information that they are AI artists. Hopefully at some point in time, it will become a mandatory requirement that AI is revealed for Spotify. It is required for YouTube. You can't put up a YouTube video featuring AI material unless you declare it. So in summary, the biggest surprise, this channel has grown organically with a community with no advertising, no promotion, and just a genuine shared interest in how we support each other and how we learn. I've had so many amazing moments through this journey of the 1,000 subscriber growth. And that includes meeting some amazing artists. Some of them I've interviewed, like Colette McClafferty and Juan Hernandez. Others, I just love their music, like Satara and Voom. I've loved listening to new music and building these playlists in YouTube and Spotify. And we'll have all those links below. So what's ahead? I've never had an objective. I've never had a goal like you do in business about I need 1,000 subscribers or whatever the case might be. And whilst I've got 1,000 subscribers, I'm nowhere near being monetized, which is a term in YouTube. When I start earning money from running a YouTube channel. Maybe it will happen, maybe not. And I suspect as if it does, it's going to be a bit like making money from Spotify. It's going to be small. But here's what I love doing, and I'll continue to do, is build those playlists, connect with artists, share your stories, and release new music. I'm looking forward to doing more interviews. I've really enjoyed those. And what I'll be doing in the future is launching those interviews as a podcast series. So there you go, 1,000 subscribers. Thanks so much again for all of you. If you're a subscriber and if you're new to Indie Over 50, or you're just learning how to launch a channel and hopefully get to the 1,000 subscribers quick. More importantly, if you do have new music out on YouTube and Spotify, share the links in the comments below or reach out and email me. Go and do yourself a favor. Check out amazing new music from these artists. Here's to the next 1,000 subscribers, and here's to the Indie Over 50 community growing. Like I always say, your song is not written yet, so rock on and keep Indie Over 50.